What's up guys, just a reminder, our power hour stream is at 3:15 p.m. market time today. I go over what's moving and also look for swing trades to hold overnight, and if you haven't followed along with us this far, I've had pretty decent success and I've brought my account up a decent amount since starting our power hour stream, and so make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell next to it to get the alert every time I go live. And with all that being said, enjoy this live trade video. Okay, so if you watched the stream today, I ended it down about $5. I took a few losses, but I was able to make most of that back with my swing trade that I held overnight. The next trade I got into after the stream ended was on LMFA, and this one had just pushed up in a really big way. I got in at about 416, but my fill was pretty bad on U stock, but it did drop right after I got in, and so I got in with 50 shares, seeing if it would push back up to test that high of the day at around 427. It teetered back and forth in the 410s for a little while, but eventually it pushed up really nicely, testing that 420 area and quickly broke the high of day at 427. Once that happened, the momentum from the high of daybreak pushed it up really nicely, and it quickly started to test the 430s and eventually the 440s. Once it was in the 40s, I was debating on whether I should sell, as it might hit some resistance at 450, but I ultimately decided to let it test, and if it met any resistance whatsoever, I would sell into that. It quickly pushed up to 450, came back down, and then pushed right back up, and so I got a little worried about it and decided to sell right at 450 for a $16 gain on my small U stock account. So after that last trade, I was up a decent amount and I was already green on the day, and so I did like what LMFA was doing, and so I jumped back in it with a little bit smaller share size to protect my profits with only 30 shares. I got in at about $4.48 and it quickly dropped down to the 430s, but I stayed patient and tried to let it work for me and push back up to test the 450s. Eventually it did really nicely and it quickly started to push up to the 460s and eventually the 470s. At this point in the trade, you could tell there was a lot of eyes and a lot of volume and momentum going on with it, and so I started to think about an exit. My ultimate plan was to get out around $5, but once it pushed up to that 485 level, I just decided to go ahead and take profits for another $8 gain on my small U stock account. And so after these last two trades, I'm up $20 on the day, and I'm definitely happy with that. I had a lot of good trade ideas today, but I hesitated on getting into them, and so I think that's something I need to work on with regard to nerves and shorting. And so hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit better tomorrow morning, and I'll actually be able to jump into a few more things. But anyways guys, that's the end of this video. If you want to see more videos like this and you want to check out our live stream, make sure you join us tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. market time. I go over what's moving in pre-market and then trade my small account live at the open on stream, as well as give you live updates on what's moving during market hours. So be sure to hit that subscribe button now and click the bell next to it to get the alert every time I go live. And with all that being said, good luck in the markets tomorrow guys. Thanks for watching.